What up, y'all? Welcome back to Mercury's Mind. I am your host, Mercury, and today we're gonna be doing the Aries installation of my zodiac series. Alright, let's go. Alright, Aries, what's going on? The beginners, the initiators, and then there were ones. I love Aries, bro. I love Aries for real. Aries tend to get this this notion that sometimes they're loners, or you know what I'm saying? Like Aries and Aquarius can kind of get like loner vibes. I don't agree. I don't agree with Aries. Aquarius, they're lonely. They get lonely vibes in like a Saturn way, in a way of like they kind of make themselves loners, but it's for their own benefit. But Aries, I don't think Aries are loners. I just think Aries is the beginning. Aries is one, you know what I'm saying? Aries is like the first step, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pisces is really beginning. Aries is when the beginning takes its first step forward. So, Aries doesn't know anything about teamwork. Aries doesn't know anything about, like, working with others or asking for help, which is why Libra is on the opposition to teach them that. Because if not, Aries will just go at it alone. I don't think Aries go at it alone because they don't want help. I think they go at it alone because they're the beginning. They're the first zodiac. They don't know about, there's no 2, 3, 4, you know what I'm saying? And then another thing I think is because the 12th house, Aries 12th house is Pisces. So behind their back is, I speak on the 12th house as things you can also keep behind your back. It is hidden enemies, but a lot of times it's things that you hide from the outside world, because first house is this, right? So 12th house is the things that you put behind your back like that. And with Pisces in the 12th house, Aries don't necessarily want, not even that they don't want, it's like, okay, all this wisdom I have, I'm gonna put that in the 12th house because I want to go and have a new experience. You know, I want to go have a new experience, a blank slate, and see what can happen. So it's not that they don't necessarily want help; they just don't know. Like, the concept of help is foreign at first, which is why Libra is on the opposition, so they can, you know, learn through mirrors and relationships that Aries can indeed receive help and how it can help you on your path. Now, you know, talking about Aries, let's talk about Mars, the Martian planet, the warrior, the war chief, the war general. Mars is a planet that gets a lot of respect. It's probably the closest thing to respect to the sun, and I mean, all the planets kind of get their respects in their own way. I wouldn't say Mars wants to be the sun, but Mars does garner authority. You know what I'm saying? Mars is a leader. Mars is one that wants to rise. I don't think Mars wants to rise to the king, but Mars wants to rise in his own ranking. You know, like, Mars is the soldier first, and then it rises the ranks to become the war general, the highest war, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, people in the army that follow Mars, they might respect Mars more than the king. They might end up honoring and respecting Mars, the war leader, more than the actual king. And you've seen that a lot, you know what I'm saying? So the type of leadership Mars is more of like, Mars is the type of leader that gives people courage by just doing it. Mars is not the leader that's going to be like, all right, guys, are you with? Mars is just the nigga that's like, Mars is the type of planet that is like, I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're scared? I don't care. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then you see them doing it, you're like, can I come along? Can I ride? You know, can I walk behind on that trail you're blazing? That's the type of leader. Is Mars is like lead by example, and it doesn't even know it's leading example, nor does it care to lead by example. Mars is like, I'm just doing what I'm doing. But because that courageousness, you know, that drive makes people want to lead them. I saw this, I actually got it out of a fortune cookie, and it was like, a leader is one that A leader is somebody you follow to do something you're too scared to do yourself, and that is Mars. That's Mars. Mars has the courage. I wouldn't say Mars doesn't have fear. Mars just has the courage, and it's like Mars, like, they're like, this is the pathway you got to go, but Mars is like looking over there, like, but I want to go that way, so I'm gonna go that way. Simple as that, and then they do it. There's a lot of people. Martians are the people that initiate shit. There's a lot of people that are walking the path that's nice and laid out for you, like a nice paved road, but have like always stared down like that, the path that has no, woven path, no walked path, no worn out path on it, that want to do it, but they don't have the courage, they don't have the drive. Mars does. So once they see Mars do it, they're like, they go running in pursuit, running behind that trail that Mars blazes. Now, Aries on the rising, Aries on the sun, Aries on the moon. There's one consistent, absolutely. These people are working for themselves. I guarantee you. You wanna know why they don't get along with authority? Because they're authority themselves. They bro, Aries, Mars has staying too. Mars does what it wants. Mars like follows its own lead because it creates its own path. It's meant to blaze its own path, opposite of what's been done in the past. That's really one of the biggest tasks, being a cardinal sign and being fire, is to blaze a new direction. So if you're a Mars rising, Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, you're going to be doing things yourself. I know you work for yourself. If I see somebody with Aries on the luminaries or your rising, I know you work for yourself. And if you don't work for yourself, I know you're not happy. I know you're not. It's good. Bro, this is just the nature in things. You look at astrology, astrology is not wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's patterns, there's proof in the pudding. You got Aries on your rising, sun and moon, you work for yourself, especially Aries moon. Aries moons are people that work for themselves, and they make it known young, like a kid. They make it known. They have a very independent, very specific direction that they want to take, and it's a very conscious, like, manifestation. It's not like something they keep to themselves. It's very known with the Aries moon. Aries moon, they'll probably leave out the crib early. They'll probably try and leave as soon as possible. Like, they want to be independent as soon as possible because that's part of their karma. See, that's what Aries do. They go and build their own. They go and blaze their own. They go and make their own. So Aries on the moon, oh yeah, at a young age, they're gonna be independent. Aries moon, these people that move, they get emancipated before they're even 18 type shit. And the Aries sun, this is about your life. This turns into like a life thing of your overall life direction is going to be one of creating your own path. You know what I'm saying? The sun is an overarching theme. So Aries sun, you're probably starting something new, a new lineage, especially if you're a male. Aries sun, you're probably starting going to be the start of like a new, lineage being passed down through like your child, your son, and then your grandchild, grandson. Let's keep like the male thing going here, because I've actually seen that in charts where a grandfather had an Aries son, then the child to that grandfather had a Saturn in Aries, and then the child to that child, the child to the son of the Aries son had a Saturn in Aries, and then that son, the son of the Saturn in Aries person, also had a Saturn in Aries, and it all started in Saturn rules elders, your elders, you know what I'm saying? But it all started with that Aries sun in the beginning. That might have been too hard, I might have made that a little extra complicated, but bear with me. So a lot of times you see Aries sun, especially in the male chart, they're usually the beginning. They're usually like marking a new bookmark, a new benchmark in the lineage, especially on the male side. But it can be women too. You know what I'm saying? It's just energies. And an Aries rising, this will just make you, an Aries rising person definitely is gonna work for themselves. They don't got a choice. They don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? And this will probably just make you, like all the rest, independent. Like, Aries is a pretty straightforward energy. You're independent, but it's not because, like, I don't need no help. that is when you got wounds, that is a manifestation of that. And another thing is daddy issues. Any fire sign really can give daddy issues, but Aries can give that a lot. Like, your father is important, so that's why it calls daddy issues. And it's not just for girls. Guys have daddy issues too. Guys can, you know what I'm saying, father issues too. And Aries isn't the only placement that shows it, but when you have Aries on the sun, moon, or rising, your father's very important for your self-esteem, for your confidence, esteemed fire. You need to, your father is very important for that. So your father isn't giving you that healthy doses of self-confidence, of validation, and self-confidence is everything for a fire sign. So if they don't have it, they're gonna feel out of alignment. They need it to operate. I always say, you're not gonna catch a fire sign hanging with people that are insecure. You're just not. Fire signs need people that are secure. They really like other fire signs. So when we start talking about the themes of Aries and possibly what they're meant to learn, one thing is you're gonna have to learn to get, nice thick skin. You gotta learn to not give a fuck. Because being Mars, people gonna try you. They're gonna want to try you. You know what I'm saying? People want to try Mars. They want to try them. Why? Because they know. They're like, dang, this person, like, they do their own shit. Let me see if I can try and get them out of their skin. Let me get them out of their skin. You know what I'm saying? Because really, Aries don't be super. Aries, they don't mind fighting. They don't mind being defensive. Defending what they want to defend. But they rather just do their own thing. They're not really messy, bro, unless, it's unevolved, but that can be any sign. So a lot of people will try you. You gotta learn self-defense, because you gotta learn to keep your own direction. You gotta have your own opinion, your own choice, how you want to live your life, how you choose to go about it. That's Aries. So you're gonna need to learn defense. So I know if you got Aries, sun, moon, or rising, you probably have already taken some type of self-defense class, or some type of class that teaches you how to defend yourself in some way. And if you haven't, then you should look into it, because I guarantee you it'll start to progress that Aries energy, and it'll start to deepen that archetype and how it shows up in your reality. And yeah, you should definitely do that. Also, athletic, sports, doing something active. Sweat, you want to sweat, hot, do something hot, something that gets the blood pumping, especially with sun in Aries, doing something like that. But a lot of Aries, they just have so much energy, you know what I'm saying, like in their hands fighting. They want to, they want to. And then the other thing with Aries is emotional, like combativeness, impulsive, rash, quick to temper. That's because Mars in Aries is the masculine side of emotions. Emotions is energy in motion. Mars in Aries is that energy in motion, the literal energy being in motion. So whereas Moon is like, you feel the emotions, and your emotional waters, they might get shaken and turbulent, but you're feeling it. Mars is the action. So a Moon in Aries person might feel an emotion, and it might feel so intense they have to like act it out, which is why these people can like hurt loved ones impulsively and rash, and being rash and impulsive and quick-tempered and hurt and lash out, because they feel it so intensely they just have to act it out. So these are the ones, over time, they'll have to learn to like sit with it and not act it out, and tap more into the receptive side, and then they'll learn to be a bit more intentional with how they act out the emotions. But that's a whole nother video I'll do. So Aries, sun, moon, rising is an independent lifestyle. It is, but you will be learning about partnership as well, because you got Libra on the ascendant. But your overall themes is going to be, how can you navigate this world without compromising your independence, without compromising your authentic, unique way of doing shit. Because Aries is trailblazer energy. It is. It's simple as that. Aries is cardinal and it's fire. That's trailblaze. It's a new direction through burning my new path. I don't see a path that I want to follow. And even if Aries, they might see a path that's interesting, but Aries are not meant to follow the same paths. You know what I'm saying? They're meant to make a new. That's why they're cardinal. They're here to burn a new path. Okay, Aries, this was your video to the mini Zodiac series that I'm done. This is what I think my 8th video, so y'all go check it out. I got 4 more left. I got Cancer, Taurus, Gemini. What's the other one? I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, and Libra. Yeah, Cancer, Taurus, Gemini, and Libra. Those are going to be coming soon, so y'all stay tuned. Subscribe if you fuck with these videos. Like if you fuck with these videos. Comment if you fuck with these videos or you got something to say, as long as it ain't no hate, because you will get blocked today. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Mercury's Mind. I am your host, Mercury. Bye-bye.